Good morning, and thank you so much for tuning in. We're joined by a very special guest right now. This is George Everett. And George, you wear several hats throughout the year, but as we get closer to the Folk Fest, you have one specific job, and that is the director of the Folk Fest Festival. So tell us a little bit about what that's like, taking on such a great feat.
Well, it's a year-round thing. We start the day after the festival the year before, and we start trying to raise enough money to pay the bills for the festival. And then we start arranging the talent to bring them from all over the country and sometimes all over the world to come here and perform in Butte, Montana. Started out as the National Folk Festival in 2008 through 2008 to 2010, and then we transitioned to the Montana Folk Festival in 2011. We've been going ever since, bringing performers, trying not to repeat performers, but having them represent various genres for the festival.
And I think that's absolutely what you're known for. People say they come from near and far because there's always something for everyone. And one thing that I'm personally a little excited about for this year is you just mentioned right behind us here, you're going to have a special parade with a special group from New Orleans. And I know you don't want to tell us too much about that, but tell us a little bit about the talent.
Oh, I'll spill the beans. You talked me into it. Treme Brass will be here to perform, and we've asked them to do a second line parade that comes in from the gate, walks through the crowd, and then just gets everybody in the mood for going on into the evening at the main stage at the original Mine Yard.
I love it. Is there anybody else that you are really looking forward to this year? I know it's really hard to pick and choose, but is there anybody that's kind of standing out to you?
Boy, there's 21 groups, and we all have our favorites. Everyone has their favorites they're coming to see. We have a blues diva for the first time since 2008 when we had Shamika Copeland. We have Annika Chambers, who's coming up from Houston, Texas, who can belt it out as good as anybody, and we're looking forward to having her here Friday night and throughout the weekend. But a lot of different groups. Heron Valley is a Scottish traditional group that has never performed in the U.S., let alone in Montana before, so they'll be here starting Saturday. I think they'll be playing their first set.
Incredible. And of course it's free. That's another huge attraction for everyone. What other
I always forget to mention, but there is no charge for admission to any performance here throughout the weekend. People can come and enjoy what they like and stay as long as they want, and it's absolutely free of charge.
And I also love the different vendors that you were talking about also happening right behind us. Give us a little bit of the rundown on that.
Yeah, we have two art markets, which are a feature of the festival. One is Native American artists. This year we have 22 of them. They come from nations across the region, throughout Montana, but also farther on, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho. And then we also have another market that has artists who are, we call them invasive species. They are not Native American, but they are Montana native artists who, it's called the Montana Traditions Arts Market, and there'll be 15 of them, and with all sorts of different wonderful stuff, and people can check those out. But speaking of vendors, we also have about 30 food vendors who are bringing all sorts of ethnic cuisine to serve here in the original, as well as down by the dance pavilion, which is down at the south end of the festival.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. It's so pleasing on every single sense in the human body. Now, George, one more thing before I got to let you go. Give us the nuts and bolts, the dates and the times that you start.
It's July 13th, 14th, and 15th. It starts Friday evening, the 13th, at 6:30. 6:30, I'd say, would be a good time to be here for the music. The main music kicks off at 7 p.m., runs till 10:30. Then Saturday it's 12 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And then Sunday it's 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. But it's 3 stages running on Friday night, but then 6 running continuously from Saturday and Sunday. So it's a lot of music, a lot of performances. It's going to be a good time.
I love it so much, George. And we are on the main stage of the 6. So this is just a little preview of the Taste of the Magic. George Everett, thank you so much for your time this morning.
All right, appreciate it.
Absolutely. It is time for a quick break. We're back in 2 short minutes. Stay with us.